Well, hello everybody. We're back now. Excuse me. So yesterday, in yesterday's vlog and yesterday's video, we had talked about how Donald Trump had been thinking about and considering and having the idea of actually injecting stuff like disinfectant, stuff into people, disinfect, dis, disinfect, disinfectant stuff into people into people as an easy way of killing coronavirus in of killing coronavirus in certain people. Well, believe it or not, luckily people have stopped him from that, which is good because Donald Trump's idea of injecting disinfectant of of inje- of injecting disinfectants into people just as an easy way of killing coronavirus in people and certain people is definitely a huge mistake for sure. A huge mistake for sure. A huge mistake for sure. And like we said yet like we said like we said yesterday and yesterday like we said like we said yet like we said yesterday like we said yesterday in yesterday's vlog and yesterday's video. You don't just straight up, inject, disinfectant cleansers into somebody. That's not going to make the situation better. It's not going to make the situation. It's not going to make. It's not going to make the situation. It's not going to make this. It's not going to make the situation any better. It's just going to make the situation worse. And you know, how it's going to kill you. It's going to kill you. You know, injecting disinfectant cleansers into somebody, you know, is not the answer for subsiding coronavirus in people. So, and believe it or not, Donald Trump, from what I understand, did apologize about, you know, you know, him, saying that, you know, to people, and the way that everybody else obviously took it. Yes, of course, he understands there is a vaccine that is out, for coronavirus, but it's it's going to take time for it to be ready. It's going to be quite a while before it's going to be ready. And I know Donald Trump was just trying to think of an easy way of something to hold things over till then, to hold things to hold things to hold things over till then, to hold things over till then. But everyone pretty much has agreed that injecting disinfectant, injecting typical disinfectant, injecting typical injecting typical disinfectants into somebody, injecting typical disinfectants, typical tip, typical disinfectants into somebody, into somebody, in into some into somebody in into somebody into some into somebody. Obviously, we both know is not the way to do it. Period. It's not the way to do it whatsoever. Period. And you know, um, so um, and I mean, we know, um, some of the ideas that Donald Trump has lately been trying to come up with to try to, you know, to try to, to try to put things at ease. We know a couple weeks ago he had been trying to push getting, people back to work right away as of, 2 weeks, as of just about 2 weeks ago for Easter Sunday. But of course, pretty much just about nobody was going to agree to that. And of course, obviously didn't happen because it would have been way too again, it would have been way too fast. It would have been way too fast for that. And, a couple of days ago, one of the, vlogging video title, I think, was Andrew Cuomo knows not Andrew Cuomo knows not to give in to Donald Trump. Because again, and if you remember us talking about how said if Donald Trump is going to order New York State to reopen, like right now, Andrew Cuomo said he's not going to do it. And again, Andrew Cuomo was right. Andrew Cuomo definitely was right to decide on that. Yes. Again, as challenging and as painful as stuff is right now, it is obvious we definitely do need at least a little bit more time, a little bit more time to make sure everything's good, and that we've gone through enough time to make sure things are safe enough to little by little get back to reality. Believe it or not, however, not all golf courses just yet, but some golf courses in our area are slowly but surely, little by little, opening. I think one at a time, or a couple at a time. So, and again, backtracking to Donald Trump, as far as other things. Now we've got him thinking about the injecting disinfectant into people, which again, it's a good thing people have stopped him right away, because once again, his idea was wrong. His idea was definitely a huge mistake, a huge mistake, and is not the answer to eliminating coronavirus. Is not the answer to eliminating coronavirus in somebody. All right. Well, that's all for now. Have a good night. Leave a comment down below on everything talked about in this vlog, in this video tonight. Be sure to go down and subscribe. Be sure to go down and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to go down and subscribe to my channel, and we'll talk to you later.